Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Aetherdrift Draft here on the channel. We're going to go pick by pick and play by play, talking through everything so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. Let's dive on in. Okay. Our rare Collodin Triumph Caster. Mounts and vehicles have haste. When a mount enters, it gets saddled, and when a vehicle enters, it becomes an artifact creature. So he can deal a lot of damage where your vehicles essentially come in with some direct damage attached to them or the ability to swing in immediately. Especially good if they're big or evasive or aren't really going to have to trade off. Real good card in that deck, but it is multicolored. So what else is in this pack? There is Plow Through. So really efficient card. Killing a vehicle for 1 mana can be a game changer. And yeah, fighting is also good if you have a big creature. Then in the commons, there's a Pothole Mole. I think that's the best common. I think Pace Setter Paragon's okay, but it's kind of easy to overrate. It's got an expensive exhaust ability. Transit Mage is good if you have something to go get. I think it's between this and Plow Through. Let's try Collodin. I think it'll be sweet if it works. And if it doesn't work, we can always just move off of it. I like to try the weird rares sometimes, or the rares in general. Okay. So if we had taken the Plow Through, there's not a great green follow-up anyway. In terms of this type of deck, there's Endrider Spike Spitter, so that can be really good because we want to be an aggressive deck with Collodin. And this card is a nice card advantage tool. There's Diversion Unit. I haven't found this card to be that good, but that's kind of because I haven't had him in a good max speed deck. This card's pretty sweet with Collodin, but it might wheel. We're not going to take it early. Crash and Burn. I think Endrider Spike Spitter is better than Crash and Burn. That's the card I'm leaning towards. Diversion Unit's just a good card in general. Wretched Doll's fine, but I think I'll take the Spike Spitter. Give Collodin, keep him options open. Oh, and this is beautiful. Canyon Vaulter, a great little white card to go into the Collodin vehicle deck. Maybe I can even wheel Light Wheel enhancements. That's a good card with Endrider Spike Spitter. Helps you get your engines going early. Memory Guardian's pretty good. But other than that, I think Canyon Vaulter is just the best card in the pack anyway. So, not even having to sacrifice, get to start with Collodin. Collodin doesn't really change how many vehicles you want to play. Maybe a little bit. You'll increase your vehicle count a little. But Red-White wants a lot of vehicles anyway, and Canyon Vaulter's really good with those. Also, don't forget mounts. Like this guy will make me more likely to play the 4-mana 3/3 mount that like attacks and gets a counter, because that's such a good combo with Collodin. Stay in formation. We win this together, and not at all. I like Collodin. What a leader. That's what leaders are made of. See anyone we know in our pod? Maybe you see yourself in our pod. Okay. Well, I love the sound of a Leonin Surveyor here. I would not mind a Country Roads, nor would I mind Apocalypse Runner, though I'm not playing black. I'm just pretty happy with my red-white so far. Ramblers, I will play. Hopefully this wheels. Dynamite Diver, I will play. Probably in this deck. Leonin Surveyor is great, though. Dynamite Diver is really good with Leonin Surveyor. You play this turn 1, turn 2, you play this, hit them. Country Roads would also be really good, but I think getting the Leonin Surveyor, that's our premier 2-drop. And now Lightning Strike. I would take the Bright Field Glider, and I would play a Bright Field Mustang. Both of which, great cards for this strategy with Collodin. But I think I can get the Mustangs later. I don't think anyone else is taking them. And Lightning Strike is premier interaction. And now, I wouldn't mind a Pace Setter Paragon. I would probably play it, but Leonin Surveyor, we already established is really good. Now that I have 2 of them, 1-drops become incredibly important. Bright Field mounts the 1/1 guy that can attack and dies into a ping. No regrets taking the Collodin. This is working out very, very well. And Collodin, there's not even... I haven't even taken a vehicle yet. And Collodin's already kind of leading me to a really good direction. The max speed angle of this deck with 2 2-drops that can get max speed going. And the Endrider Spike Spitter is also looking really good. So I'm happy with how this is going. Okay. So now there's a bit of an interesting pick here. There's Clamorous Ironclad, which is really good with Collodin. Just 4 mana, essentially deal 6 when you have Colodin. And it cycles, so it's not the end of the world. There's also Light Wheel Enhancements, which is a really good card with Leonin Surveyor. I don't think I would play more than one of this card, but I would probably play more than one of this card. So we're going to take the Clamorous Ironclad. And Parry's not the end of the world either. But yeah, Ironclad's pretty good. Also plays well with the 1/1 that pings. So I'm trying to assemble cards that play really cohesively together. Here it's an easy crash and burn. I would not mind playing a black-red deck at some point, but I think Colodin is going to play out really well here. But the thing is, I'm trying to assemble cards that are going to play well together. And so this card plays really well with Colodin, but it also plays really well with the 1/1 that pings when it dies and can crew things that are too bigger than it, which I'm trying to get. And even though it's not the best combo with the Leonin Surveyor, I can always cycle it. So it's like a low downside card in my deck too. Daring Mechanic might just be better than Pace Setter Paragon. It's tough. I don't think I need to prioritize the Daring Mechanic. Pace Setter is good with max speed because the threat of Double Strike is good. I'm gonna take the Mechanic though. I think it's gonna be better. I was just thinking about it. I just feel like I've never been happy with the Pace Setter Paragon. Another Crash and Burn. And now Pedal to the Metal. We did not wheel. Whoa, we got the Glider. That's huge. We didn't wheel the other guy, but getting a Glider is really nice. This card is messed up. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved a Cloudspire Sky Cycle. And if it wheels, I'd be super thrilled. But this card is a monster. Just comes down. They can make a dragon, give yourself haste. Really, really good. This card might wheel. This card is also a mount. This card is the perfect card for my deck, but not where I am right now. Just easy Dragonotics, followed by Cloudspire, and then I think I would take this card third out of this pack. That's the other thing. The Daring Mechanic can saddle up the Brightfield Glider, which is really important as well. And the Clamorous Ironclad, that's another good reason to take the 3/3 instead of the Pace Setter. I think Pace Setter is just kind of bad. Like, playable bad, but not like a high priority ever. Okay, another good mount. Saddling this one up's no joke either. Don't need the Surveyor. I would play Light Wheel Enhancements probably. And this card's fine. Good for swinging races, but I don't think I'm the person that's worried about it. I'm just going to keep taking Leonin Surveyors. I would love Burner Rocket. I think it's really good too with Colodin, with the vehicle themes that I'm going for. But I think Leonin Surveyor is just really, really strong. And it pairs really well with Burner Rocket, but I think I'd rather just keep getting the Surveyors for now. There's another Brightfield Glider. Magmakin, honestly a card you can play because if you care about max speed, because the cycling part just enables max speed so well. So because I already have a Brightfield Glider, I am just going to take this card as a max speed enabler and just plan on cycling it every time. Now it's an easy Lightning Strike. Pretty happy with that. I wouldn't mind a Reckless Velocitor or a Light Wheel Enhancements, but you can't pass up Lightning Strikes really in this day and age. Magmakin's probably the first cut that I would make. But I do think it's a playable card in this strategy. Feeling really good about this Clamorous Ironclad pickup. And here I'm going to take the land. So a lot of the times, like I would play Brightfield Mustang and I would be very happy about it. But you see, I already have 4 4-drops. I'm going to make playables. I have 17 playables here. Every card I've taken has been playable for my deck. And the Windscarred Crag replaces a basic Plains or a basic Mountain and makes me way more likely to not get mana screwed, to make it just, I have an extra source of each color of one of the colors in my deck. It's just such a huge asset to have a card like this in my deck. And now I'll take the Nesting Bot, though I'm not even sure if I want the Nesting Bot. It gets speed started early, but what do I use that for? I think I'll still take it. But I might even prefer Daring Mechanic in the long run. I'll take Country Roads now. Similar logic as the Windsguard Crag. It's so much better than a basic Plains. And then I get a Brightfield Glider over the kickoff celebrations. And we did wheel the Light Wheel enhancements. We will play that. We wheeled Pace Setter Paragon, so I guess I'm not the only one that doesn't think it's great. So we already have a playable deck here, basically, after 2 packs. What we're really looking for here is really high-quality vehicles, because we did pass up on the +2/+0 trample one in terms of favor of a Leonin Surveyor. We play more Clamorous Ironclads, because we play the 2-mana 3/2 Scry 2 vehicle. Really, any vehicles would be very happily added to our deck. Ooh, that's a great card to have. The Gastel. Mimoplasma's pretty sweet. I think we'll take Pride of the Road here, though. We have a lot of max speed enablers, and just having a second payoff at 4 mana is perfect for us. It's just what we want. I would probably play the Gilded Goda. I might play this thing. I would probably play the Scrap Compactor, but the Pride of the Road is just what we want. We have a lot of max speed enablers. And now I'm going to take another Pride of the Road over a Night Market. Night Market's pretty good. This card's solid, but Pride of the Road is just what we need, as we already established. Beautiful. I love seeing this guy. Spire Mech Cycle. I would like Clamorous Ironclad. I would like the Mustang, because we have a decent number of mounts at this point. I would play both of these cards in a heartbeat, but this card's so good. You don't even need the Colodon to make it good. Just play it when you have a couple Brightfield Gliders in play. Give it haste with Pride of the Road, or give it double strike with Pride of the Road. Crunch. I feel like I have more mounts than anything here. Yeah, I have 3 mounts, than more mounts than vehicles. Yeah, 3 mounts, 2 vehicles. This is the perfect card for me. It's a giant vehicle that can crew itself or be good with Colodon. I wouldn't mind Dynamite Diver. It's really good with the Brightfield Glider for crewing. It's not going to wheel either, but this card doesn't wheel either, so. Another Lightning Strike. Again, there's so many good cards here. Like playing this on turn 3 after playing a Colodon, you just hit them for 6. Collision Course would be good. I would play the Clamorous Ironclads, but Lightning Strike you can't pass. It's like the red card you do not pass in these decks. I'm not going to play Pedal to the Metal, I don't think, but we'll still keep an eye out. Sarcophagus is kind of like a 2-mana 3/3 sometimes in my deck. Another Pedal to the Metal. Honestly, could be okay, but we don't have Tramplers, so I'll just take the Sarcophagus as another 2-drop that gets our engines going. I do like the Lotus Guard Disciple, just as a strong generic card. Late blue-green. And another Thrill Seeker. Okay, another Lotus Guard. We're going to have some cuts to make here. Scrap Compactor or Swiftwing Assailant. I kind of want the Scrap Compactor. I can't kill big things otherwise. Tyrox hits like a truck. Yeah, we do not wheel the Clamorous Ironclads or the mounts. It's okay. It is okay. Yes, we did get an Ironclad. Huge. Actually, that's great. Okay, this is what I wanted. I was a little disappointed. I was like, wait, we didn't get an Ironclad back? Crazy. Okay, our deck ended up really good, I think. So let's make some cuts. So we have 8/8 +1 for the Windsguard Crag, which is nice. We're going to be able to cut a land because of these cyclers, I think. 2 of those plus a relatively low curve means I'm feeling pretty comfortable cutting up planes right now. So that's an easy cut. 50 cards. Let's just cut the bad ones. We don't want that. We don't want that. Don't want Scrap Compactor. Nesting Bot doesn't do much for us, other than be a sack to Gasto Blockbuster, which I don't want to play anyway. I think Light Wheel could be a good little value card for us. Don't like Prowcatcher. Don't really love Tyrox, but it is a really good crewer, so I'm going to keep it for now. Daring Mechanic will be good. This is going to be cycled a lot of the time. Broadcast Rambler. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty nice. I actually can kill things because I have these 2 Crash and Burns, so I don't know why I said that about needing the Scrap Compactor. Lotus Guard Disciple is really good for racing. Yeah, Chad is pointing out that I can do this to separate out my creature curve, which I think is sometimes helpful, but I don't really find it that useful overall. I would rather just look at all the cards at once. I'm going to cut the Magmakin Artillerist. I don't think I need that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can cut the Walking Sarcophagus. I think I got better 2-drops available to me now. I think Tyrox being able to crew these Clamorous Ironclads by himself is a pretty big asset. Also being really good with Lotus Guard Disciple, just sending in. My creature count is at 16. But this is also like 2 kind of creatures. I think I might cut the Daring Mechanic. It's kind of one of my weaker cards. And I really like the 1-drops with my 2-mana max speed card, so I'm not going to cut any of those. Even though I can't crew them with that many of them. My Double Strike Enabler guy seems pretty good. I need 1 more cut. I'm already playing 16 lands, and one of them can be sacked to get a creature, so I'm okay with where I'm at land count-wise. My creatures are okay. My removal spells are on point. Got value. Light Wheel enhancements. Do I want it? I kind of do. Giving +1/+1 to a first striker or a flyer is no joke, or a double striker. Like, it's pretty reasonable. And I want to try it. I haven't gotten to see it in play. Okay, what do I want to cut? What do I want to cut? All my 2-drops are straight fire. They're fire. Tyrox has so many good synergies with like the Lotus Guard, the Double Striker, and all that stuff. I am tempted to cut the Light Wheel. Gosh, I'm cutting the Light Wheel. I feel so sad. Ugh. Maybe I'll cut a Crash and Burn for now, just so I can at least see the Light Wheel in play. And we'll accept the fact that it would be a Crash and Burn most of the time. This way we'll get some reps in. This deck looks sweet. Koladin was a really good pickup, and I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon support allows me to make high-quality content on a consistent basis, and patrons gain access to cool bonus resources like my card-by-card tier list for each set, including Aetherdrift, and my format thoughts document where I go more in-depth on some cards and strategies that I like. I want to give a special shout-out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really does make a big difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. This is a keep. This is where you really want to draw one of your 2-drop max speed cards. Go, Brightfield Glider, I choose you. We didn't see a lot of the, like, medium vehicles. Like, we didn't see the 2-mana 3/2 Scry 2 vehicle, which I kind of wanted. Blue-red. Oh, gosh. This would have been such a good start for any max speed card. It's just unfortunate we're not starting our engines until turn 4. I would have been a lot happier with the 1/1 Vigilance start your engines card in this start. That's kind of the thing about aggro, though. You give up some of your... Just the rollerblades is insane, yeah. You give up some of your late game potential for like really good starts, but if you don't have a good start, you feel like you're behind almost. Like this game could already be over, depending on what I had started with. Like if I had a start your engines card. Okay, scrap compactor, sure. We're gonna get our engine started. Next turn we can play engineer. Give it haste if we want. Mako, sure. Sure. We have to wait until turn 6 so that we can exhaust and get a 4/4 from this right away. They're crewing. Wow. This is tough. If I play this and exhaust it, they'll kill it, and I won't get my 4/4 dragon. But then I can play Dracosaur, but I can't crew it. This is not going well. The Bright Field Glider is more of a synergy piece than anything to enable me to get up to max speed really quickly. So when it does not serve that capacity, it's pretty rough. Oh, gosh. We can almost kill them. Oh. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 8, 10 in the air. 12 in the air. Oh, we were so close to killing them. That mana tapping was really bad. That mana tapping was awful. So I lose to a kill spell this way. I think they're dead no matter what next turn. So we'll just play it safe. Sure. Really? They can kill both of my blockers. Their last card's a kill spell. Huh. Wow. Surprising. Okay, Nimblethopterus doesn't do it. Okay. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. I guess I was supposed to jump block at the turn before. Ouch. I was so close though. If I jump blocked this the turn before, I would have saved myself 8 damage. So I would have been at 12 here, but I wouldn't have had this blocker back. But I wouldn't have been able to die. And I would have needed to draw something to win because of this new annoyance. Gosh, rough. Welcome to another round. This is a much better hand. We have our Leonin Surveyor on the play. We're going to cycle the Clamorous Ironclad to try to find more stuff to help push this guy through. The Mangler. Oh, man. Wrecking me. I'm so far behind this game. My cards just can't compete right now. I'm equipping up a squirrel to get them to 19 on turn 4. Midnight Mangler just shuts me down. I needed a lightning strike or something. Maybe I was supposed to take the +2/+0 first strike, trampler car. I'm so dead. This game is over. I'm starting to think my deck is just horrific. Like, having to get to max speed is so different from, like, incidentally getting it later. But until then, oh my gosh, it says Vigilance. Why am I not attacking? I mean, they have a 2/3/3 on the ground, that's why, but I could be attacking. Also, my colors have kind of wrecked me, too. I would have had this 2/5 up to block last turn if things had gone my way. Yep. LOL, I'm toast. I'm just going to concede this game. This one's over. Gosh. My deck is so bad. Maybe I just have to take the squirrels out and accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to win the early max speed battles like that. I think that'll be better. Just get rid of the squirrels because they suck. And bring in removal and artillerist as a better enabler for max speed than the squirrel ever will be. And try it like that. Gosh. Welcome to another round. I'm already much happier with this hand. Though I do not have a 2-drop. So I'm going to have to cycle the Ironclad to look for one. Mangler wrecked me that game. Okay, now we're cooking. I already like the Magmakin Artillerist better. Oh no. I'm just gonna look for one of my kill spells for artifacts. This is such a travesty. This card is so much better than every card in my deck, it feels like. Gosh. And also it tapped me wrong, so I'm not even representing my combat trick. It's funny because I feel like my deck would have been able to be fine against like a normal deck, but they're just going rare into rare, and I'm just like, what do I even do? They're attacking me? Oh my gosh. Wow, the old post-combat Lotus Guard Disciple. I wish I had a spell to play. A bit rough, you could say. This card would be okay right now if they didn't have this thing. Actually, it's pretty bad. I should just not be putting it in my deck. You know what card I should be playing is the Gastel one that just like kills big artifacts. They're just gonna make 2 copies of an artifact that's like crazy. Okay. Not drawing a spell the entire game really cost me. I drew 1 spell. Ah, shucks. Well, at least Mechalite's gonna get to do something cool. Just no backup for any of my plays here. Yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah. I at least got to see this light wheel card in action and conclusively decide that it's bad. Also, I really don't like the squirrel, so I got to play with some cards and move on with my evaluations of them. Progress my understanding of some bad cards that I never play. I liked this guy, though. It would have been good, in theory. It's also really kind of hard to judge because, I mean, I didn't play any spells this game. I mean, and the game's over. I can't possibly win anymore. They're just going to double some artifact. I have no way to push through the flyers they're getting from this thing. This is just a 3-mana 4/4 flyer vehicle was already good enough. Yeah. I can't beat this thing making a 1/1 every turn. Okay. Yep. I don't even think I have a card that gets me out of this. Do I have any kill spells that can kill? I mean, I have 2 copies of the 4-mana kill an artifact. Would have loved to have that in this game. I could draw 2 lightning strikes. Yep. Ugh. I just didn't get to do anything. At least all the losses are coming at once with a terrible deck. Instead of like a really good deck where this is happening. They have a combat trick? What is happening? I'm so confused. You know what I actually could win with is if I draw my 4/4 flyer with haste. That guy would win me the game, maybe. They must have a whole lot of nothing in their hand. Oh, that's why they did it. I understand now. Oh my gosh. I got him. Saddle 3 is unfortunate. I might have to leave him in ambush. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flyers. Let's try to get him. Perfect. Oh my gosh, are we going to steal this? Are we going to steal this? I think we are. I think my opponent's counting on this chump blocker to save them from any shenanigans. They could have killed me by just attacking with their 2 guys. I mean, they probably have a spell that can stop me now because they've been drawing forever. Oh my gosh, they're playing Repurposing Bay. I'm going to win. I can't believe... This is why you never surrender, by the way. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much, opponent. It was nice being your friend. Managing to somehow defeat you was one of my great pleasures. Give our boy double strike. And the fact that we didn't play it the turn before was also key. Like, they had to not know it was coming. Okay, we'll kill your blocker. If we went through in like one after, I've just been hating on this deck and calling it garbage. Oh my gosh, what a win! What was that? I can't believe we won. Oh gosh, maybe I could have won that other game if I had had that much discipline not to surrender. Gosh. What do I even do? Cut a land. Add in the Gastel guy. I kind of want this guy anyway so I can sack my Leon and let's get rid of light wheel enhancements. This is 15 lands. I've got 3 cyclers though. Probably okay. The daring mechanic honestly makes the glider a lot better. Much as I hate to say it. I think 16 lands is about as low as I want. I mean, this card's always getting cycled. Every single time. Would I rather have Gastel? I like the idea that I can sacrifice these surveyors. So yeah, we'll try it like that. See you next round. Welcome to another round. I will keep this. I feel like I'm misbuilding this deck. I was just telling Twitch chat. I'm not going to cycle it this time. I'm going to try to use him. Sure, I cannot crew him now, but wait until a couple turns, then maybe. Nice. Got rid of the Mangler. Huge. I mean, the double strike guy is no joke as a payoff. That guy's pretty good. Okay. We were ready. That's one of the other reasons I had the Gastel, because there's some good vehicles I wanted to be able to kill. This can kill this for 2 mana, so kind of bad for me. But it can also kill this. They're going to kill it. Howler's heavy. Coming in hot. I'm keeping my 1/1 to block the Ether Jacket. Or at least threaten the block. Though I don't think they have multiple Howlers heavies, probably. Sure. Next turn I can sack this and play tie rocks to crew both my vehicles. They're probably going to kill one with the Ether Jacket, I imagine. Probably the 6-3 Menace. They have to do it sorcery speed, though. They only have 5 lands. If I draw the double strike card, I win. Yeah, that's the one they're supposed to kill, I think. Okay, they're spinning it out. They should have waited for me to choose what to give double strike to. I was more likely to give it to this guy anyway, because it was lethal either way. That was still going to be 9. Gosh, we're totally in it now. We're battling. Just horrible mana tapping there. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. We've got 2 wins on the board. Let's go. Let's look at the deck again. I feel like I'm not building it right. There's got to be something I'm missing here. Got to be said, though, casting the 6-3 Menace, that's the key. I'm thinking. I'm a thinker. And having a 2-mana guy that I'm just playing for the cycling feels maybe a little bit odd. Like, maybe I'd rather just play, like, Pedal to the Metal. This card's good to sack to the Gastel Blockbuster. But I feel like getting this guy enabled is so important to my deck. He's won both my games. I got a good amount of removal. Good mana sinks to some degree. This guy's very tempting. This guy's kind of tempting. This guy's kind of tempting. This card's tempting. But my guys already have first strike. And I have so many creatures. 15, and then mostly vehicles in the other spots. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it like this for one more game. If we get through that game, gotta see more of the cards in action. See you next round. Welcome to another round on the draw, but a good hand. A couple of our enablers. Our opponent is mulliganing. I think they've mulliganed twice now. So that makes removal spells really good. This is the sort of game where I'm actually pretty happy that I have the Magmakin guy to maybe enable my 4th. Wow. Really? Well, I really don't want to play this guy. Okay, Leonin Surveyor. Sloop. I should have attacked. Please, crew. Game changer for me. Because this card is enabler. They could have just attacked with this guy and it would have worked out for him. How have I played against Thopter Fabricator 3 times in a row? What? What's happening? That's actually a huge draw. Because it stops them from looting and getting a 1-1. Gosh. They're on a mold of 5, and I still feel like antsy that I'm going to get completely clobbered by something. Okay. Oh my gosh, I knew it would be good. So I just want to play this. I think I do. I'll just play this. Menace flying is no joke. Boom. We've gotten 3 wins. We've got a positive record. How? How did this happen? I don't understand. I think I actually do understand. It's because we started casting our stupid vehicle instead of cycling it every time. Like a psychopath. I'm so used to having it in like a combo deck or something where I don't actually need it for the card itself. But a 6/3 Menace vehicle is huge. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what else we want? I don't think we want this guy. We don't have the mana for it. We could play this. It's between Pedal to the Metal and Scrap guy, but I think we're just totally fine with this for now. My gosh, this is kind of working out now. We're 3 wins. We've broke even. See you next round. Welcome to another round. This one I think is a keep. It's really kind of dependent on drawing a land in the first draw step. Oh, perfect. I was really hoping for that because now I can play the Kolodin. Yeah, once I upgraded the deck and got rid of the squirrels and stuff, things really came together. So I think that they have a kill spell, but we're just going to go for it anyway. Walk into the lightning strike, so to speak. They do not have a lightning strike. That's why you play your cards out. The red-white vehicle mirror. Every point of damage matters, but what hand are they keeping that doesn't have an interaction spell? I really don't want this guy to die. You might be like, why are you not attacking? It's because there's the card that exiles a tapped creature, which I guess they could use on my on my vehicle next turn. But this kind of wastes their mana potentially because I can't imagine what hand they would keep. Okay, sure. So they do have it. I think they're holding it up. It doesn't have an activated ability. What the heck? Okay, so they do have an interaction spell. That's brutal. It's like a truck. They'll hit me for another 5, and then I can play Gastel, sack my Thopter, kill this after crewing this, and then hit them for another 11. That's a yikes. Okay. Bit of a life total swing, you might say. Hmm. They did have the Ride's End. That's a bummer. I need to draw another land here, and then I think I've got him. Okay, at least that's a spell I can cast, so that's actually not the end of the world. Crew this. Kill this. Play Leonin as a chump blocker. Hope they don't have a kill spell. Alternatively, I can play Leonin and kill this thing. Yeah, I think this is my best play. Oh, I messed that up. I forgot this thing gave trample. Yep, that was a misplay. I needed to use this thing. I did it in the wrong order. I needed to use Gastel, sack something, kill this thing. Yeah, that was bad. Instead of playing this thing. Yeah. Gosh darn it. Oh, I'm so bad. That was terrible. I literally like knew it in my head. I was like, I have to kill this thing, and then I just executed it the wrong way. So if I, instead of playing this and this, I mean, I needed to play this and this guy, but I could have played this guy, sacrificed him to Gastel Blockbuster to kill this guy. Then they have a 3/3 flyer, which the following turn I kill. And then I have 3/2 on the ground, which they would have killed, I guess. But then I think I sack one of my artifacts. I sack the Clamorous Ironclad, actually. So I play the Gastel, sack Clamorous Ironclad, kill their 3/3 flyer, play Leonin Surveyor. So now they have the 3/3 and the 2 3/3s against my 2/2 and my 3/2 and my one vehicle, my 5/4. So they can't attack me on the ground anymore. They hit me for 3, I go to 2. Next turn I play my kill spell on their flyer. And I'm just like golden. I'm chilling. They can't beat me there. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Just bad plays, honestly. I also took a bunch of damage there because I didn't want to use my Gastel earlier. Like I played like the mana efficient play instead of just killing their flyer. Honestly, shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. But like playing the 6/6 mount that one turn was so greedy. Because I figured they could have that card. I could have just played, but I wanted to kill their 2/2 flyer. So I could have, instead of playing that, I could have gone the more defensive play. But I didn't have any other way to spend my mana. So like, it's kind of rough. And they were going to kill it anyway because they had Crash and Burn and the 2 mana play. So I think killing that thing was fine. And then I took a big hit. And then I needed to kill their stupid thing with my Gastel. Gosh. Bit of a misplay there, but I can't believe we did won any games with this deck. So if you did make it to the end of the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback, and leave hashtag unexpected to let me know you made it to the end, because I did not expect to end up with 3 wins after the way this one started. That was pretty unreal. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Despite the bit of negativity and the bit of unfortunate draws in the first couple games, we did learn a lot about the deck, and that last game I feel like I could have won if I had played a little bit better, which is always kind of a bad feeling because I want to play my best at all times. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.